2017, you were working at a hospital, right?
I agree.
And you were actually at the hospital when King Von's friend T-Roy got killed. You talked about this story, how the O Block dudes tried to do something to you at the hospital over that whole situation, or?
So put it like this. Let's just break this shit down. It was a situation, a Oblockian member did pass, and do your homework on me already being out the streets. Do your homework on being 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Mm-hmm.
Do your homework on me having to tote the whoop to the hospital. Do your homework on me switching up my profession after that. Why? Because J Mane, you can't be having to whoop at the hospital. You over whoop.
Oh, you got fired over that?
Now, let's just break this shit down. You said it was T-Roy?
Yeah.
May everybody rest in peace, bro. Over the Chicago, that passed during the Chicago, what kind of war do we call it? Do we call it a war? Because they said don't say war. They say people die in Chicago every day. How the fuck you calling this a war, J Mane?
I wouldn't call it a war. I mean, I didn't like,
Why do
academics
people
my
title
friend,
this?
but the war in Chirac thing, that's not something I would have done. Yeah, I didn't like that name.
Okay.
And he doesn't like that name either these days, so. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a war.
But, so, based off the media titling like a war.
Yeah, I mean, the media likes to,
Now, us as people, we're on platforms, the war.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
war,
look,
the war.
Vibe magazine called it the East Coast versus West Coast beef, which made it into something that it really wasn't. It wasn't East versus West. It was Tupac beefing with Biggie and their labels going at each other. It wasn't the whole fucking coast.
So the labels do really be going at it.
I mean, certain labels go at it. Certain crews, Suge Knight and all them definitely was over whooping. To use your terminology.
Yeah, that's what I say. It hit different with Vlad say that Suge Knight was over whooping on my kids.
All the people that died around that, from Tupac and Biggie and everyone around them, and just a whole bunch of chaos.
So, put it like this, you never met Pac?
No.
Okay, but you met Keffe D?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Me and the Outlaws are friends. Edie from the Outlaws is a really good friend of mine.
Okay. They hit different.
And I've...
So how did Tupac's family feel about you whooping like that? Like, about you doing that interview? Did you try to do an interview with Tupac's family, at least get their side?
Once Keffe D got arrested, I got word from Pac's family that they were very happy in my role in, potentially solving this murder after 20-something years. That's what I heard.
That hit different. So his family was at rest, basically at peace with...
Well, I mean, it's not over yet. I mean, the trial hasn't started. But I think that having some sort of closure...
Do you honestly believe Keffe D did that shit?
I think he was in the car. I don't think he was the shooter. But he was in the car.
So he really still had that gun from all them years?
No, I don't think he had it.
So why is they whooping like this?
Well, because he admitted to it. Right?
So put it like this. Let's say if I say something and it's not true, cause put it like this, some people, it's half the people that believe the Keffe D shit, we believe that story, and then half people that don't. And by him not having that same gun, it's like, come on. What evidence do they have that it was really him in that car with them?
Well, they have him saying it multiple times.
For sure.
They have hotel receipts that he was actually in Vegas during that time. And everything after that is going to have to be proven or disproven in trial. Now, he could say, well, Vlad paid me for the interview and I was broke. So I made up a bunch of stuff. I made up a bunch of stuff.
Because people get on this internet and say anything,
right,
bro.
He could say I was over whooping.
Half this shit I
mean? I needed the money.
Come on, man.
And, other people started offering me money, so I started running the same story. And he might be able to get off on that. I'm not going to be able to say that he was telling me the truth the whole time.
Right.
You know, if they try to put me on the stand, which I'm not going to do, but, you know, I'm not going to go to jail over it if I'm forced to take the stand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you going to pull a J Mane? I'm telling you. You going to pull a J Mane? You
Well,
whooping.
I mean, listen, they try to reach out to me, and I don't have to cooperate. You know, I don't see a reason to, but I don't think they could force me to take the stand over what? Over I did an interview with him? It's all out there. You know, me and him never had conversations off camera about anything. Like, it is what it is.
Nah, I'm from Chicago. And for them, we do be scared to tell on the guys, though. For them,
Yeah.
do your homework on the guys popping your ass.